Today I'm going to take you through a liquidation pallet that I bought back in September. I'm going to break down everything for you, the profit, what I spent, how many items, how much it cost to my door, how much it cost to my door per item. We're going to jump into all of that here in a second. I'm going through the numbers. I broke everything down. It literally took me about an hour and a half to go through and find all these so I can give you all the numbers raw, but we're going to jump into it and I'm going to show you exactly what I spent on this bulk liquidation pallet back in September, the profit and everything else. So, like I said, I ordered the bulk liquidation pallet, in September, and there were 82 items in this specific pallet. Why I like to source clothing, I have a decent Poshmark closet. Clothing sells well on eBay. It also sells well on Mercari here and there, certain clothing items if you can get views and eyes on it. It really pushes fairly well, especially if you use Poshmark like I talk about with all the sharing tactics. But I like to push clothing because, I don't like to go after any of the high margin, electronics because there's just high risk involved. You can get damages, it can get damaged in shipment when you ship it out to a new customer, whether you're selling on Poshmark, Mercari, eBay, Amazon, or whatever. And we're going to go through all those here. I sold items on all of those platforms. I'm going to talk about them here in a second. But I just like to source clothes. I talked about that in the last video of why I like to do them, because I feel like their margins are high enough, they push relatively fast, and it's a great, great business model in my opinion. So the cost for the overall pallet for those 82 items was $110. The ground shipping, which on bulk you can only get $30 ground shipping, so that was $30. Total cost to my door for that actual pallet of 82 items was $140. So that means that the cost per item to my door was roughly $1.71. So that means that if I can flip all those 82 items back on any of those marketplaces online for over, maybe $3, because you got to account for fees and maybe some shipping, maybe $4 for the sticklers out there. Obviously, if you can sell them for, $5, $6, then clearly you're going to make your money back. If you can sell them higher, it's obviously profitable. So I'm going to break down all those numbers, but there's always one person that has an issue with a number here or there. So cost of my item per door was $1.71. So what exactly came? What did I buy? I told you it was clothes, but what do you look for? Now you can buy, a liquidation pallet full of just a bunch of different things. So some of them are brand new, some of them are used, and some of them might be customer returns. But with those types of things, you're also, not mitigating your risk. There's high risk there because you're not sure if they're new, you're not sure if they're damaged, and you're not sure exactly what you're getting. So I like to go after brand new shelf pulls or, anything that's new, anything that says new. I don't source things that are used most of the time. I might look into that a little bit more if I find a good pallet where I'm buying something for like 89 cents. I saw one the other day on bulk that was literally like 50 cents per item. A lot of them were used in customer returns though, so that's a major red flag. But high risk, high reward, I guess. I just like to go after the brand new shelf pulls. So I got 82 brand new shelf pulls, obviously. Now, initially when I sorted through really fast, and it took me like 2 hours to list all these on all the websites because I'm pretty good at it and pretty fast. Just pop in the headphones, listen to some music. I think I actually, I was listening to like Young Hustlers, Grant Cardone to kind of inspire me to list all these things so I can make more money while I was listing them. Literally probably took me like 2 hours, I think. Didn't take me very long. And when I inspected all of them, one of the shirts was actually ripped. So there's two ways that you can go about that if you get a couple of different things. If you're buying brand new, bulk actually insures that, and I believe Smashlots does too. So you can actually return that for your money back. But since it was one item, I didn't want to go through the hassle of shipping it back in and waiting for my $1.71 or whatever it was. So I just ate the cost and I threw it out. It wasn't a big deal to me. So that means that we're down to 81 items total. So what actually came? What brands? There were all sorts of things. There was like hats. There was one pair of shoes. I still haven't sold that, believe it or not. It was kind of it was like a weird brand and I didn't recognize it. So it wasn't like a high brand name shoes. Like I said, there's a bunch of hats, a bunch of shirts, about 10 to 20 pairs of jeans. There's a lot of jeans. So there's a lot of great stuff in there. So we had a lot of men's clothing, men's brands, and I like to source men's brands. Believe it or not, women's brands sell a lot better on Poshmark just because there's a lot of women on Poshmark. There's not as many men. So if you're selling women's brands, there's a higher customer base percentage to buy those actual clothes. But I like to source men's brands from time to time because I know a little bit more about them. And, the majority of stuff that I've sold in the past on my closet has been men's stuff. So I know that a vast majority of my followers and the people that I share with on that actual site on Poshmark are men and are looking for that. But that's just my specific take. Like I said, women's clothes actually sell better, and I sell them too. But I sourced a pallet that looked like it had a bunch of men's designer brands in it. So we had Izod, we had some Mark New York, we had some Dockers, the jeans, I think like 10 to 20 pairs of Dockers, and some Aline Fisher, which I didn't know was a brand, but apparently it is. It's a women's clothing brand, and some other stuff in there mixed and matched. But that was the main stuff of the overall brands that you might know of. So it was mainly men's brands and clothes. My Posh, like Closet said, like gears towards more in men's clothes, and that's why I sourced that way. But you don't have to. But like I said, also women's clothes sell faster on Poshmark. So if you're not, you can't find a men's or a women's clothing, it's same relative overall, method with either one. And same thing goes with eBay or Poshmark or Mercari or Amazon. They're all slightly different, so use them all. They're just a different tool in your tool belt, but it doesn't really matter as long as you can get them very, very cheap. So where did I sell them? What are the numbers? Well, like I said, the majority of things that I sell and do online arbitrage is coupon arbitrage, which is my entire Online Arbitrage Pro basically teaches coupon arbitrage with a little bit of this stuff mixed in here and there. But I sold the majority of them back on Poshmark because I have a big Poshmark closet and I can move them pretty fast on Poshmark. So remember, guys, I sourced this back in September, so it might have been delivered by November. So we're talking November into December and December into January, so 2 months. So on Poshmark, I sold 29 of those items for a total profit of $204, which turned out to be an average of $7.03 profit. Now, this is not revenue, guys. This is profit, okay? So this is not what I actually sold it for. This is the profit. And on Poshmark, you know the profit because it takes out your fee initially and it takes out your shipping. So whatever you get paid is the profit. On Amazon, obviously, same thing. You're going to see your fees. You're going to get the shipping negated if you're merchant fulfilling it or if you're sending it into FBA. You're going to know your profit. On Mercari, you're also going to know your profit because it takes the fee away, it takes the shipping away. Whatever you get paid is your profit. It's easy to calculate those things. On eBay, however, obviously I can check the majority of the profit. That's why I wrote profit estimated, but I still haven't factored in any of the eBay fees that they sent me for the shipping because eBay does it weird for some reason. They send you like a bill for your eBay fees and then they send you a bill for the shipping fees. I don't know why, so I haven't factored in the shipping, so it might be a little bit less, but that's just profit estimated. I think I took a little bit, just a cut of that to estimate what I thought it might be. But like I said, the majority of stuff I sold on Poshmark. So $204 total for 29 items, average of $7.03 per item profit on Poshmark. On Amazon, I sold 2 women's shirts. Like I said, the majority of stuff you're not going to sell from the Liquidation Pallets back on Amazon because they're a lot of them, while they're brand names, either you're not going to be able to sell those because you might be able to not be able to actually list those under that brand because it's brand restricted, or it's just not the same because when you're doing coupon arbitrage, you're sourcing with the end goal in mind that you know that there's an Amazon listing that you can sell underneath. With these, you're sourcing things that you're not sure if they have a listing or not, whether, you're not sure if they have a market on eBay. You're not sure if they have a listing on Amazon. So it would behoove you to list them on all or sell them and push them on all. I happen to luck into 2 of those women's shirts, which I believe were the Aline Fishers, sold on Amazon, but I barely made anything. The net profit was like $8. On eBay, I sold 6 shirts and 1 of those pairs of jeans so far, and I believe I sold like 10 of the pairs of jeans went on Poshmark like that. Jeans sell so fast, and they actually have, if you're anything familiar with Poshmark at all, they have these parties, and they have like best in jeans parties, best in men's style parties, so if you share them to those parties, there's a very good chance that somebody's going to see them and buy them, especially if they're brand name and new for a decent price. So you flip something for like $18 or $20 on Poshmark, someone's going to buy that because it's a good steal and it's brand new. But with eBay, I only sold 1 pair of jeans and 6 of the shirts over that like roughly 2-month period. I'm not sure exactly when it got delivered. I didn't check that. And obviously we're looking at the 16th. So this is still ongoing. And we're going to talk about all that here in a second. But the total profit estimated, like I said, we talked about that before, is $48 for an average of $6.86 total. Now, Mercari, I sold 5 of those hats. They flip very fast on Mercari. I'm not sure why. Different things flip fast on Mercari, and I haven't mastered exactly how to check sales velocity in the marketplace, for certain items on Mercari. But my general advice would just be list stuff, and you'll see like the little eyes, so how many views it's getting, and how many people actually like it, and then you can make offers to those likers and so on and so forth. Put it simply, I sold 5 hats, 3 shirts for a total profit of $47 on Mercari for an average of $5.87. So that begs the question, what did I actually make? What's the total profit so far? What have I sold? And what are the numbers involved? Well, the cost of my door, like we talked about initially, for the actual liquidation pallet was $140 including shipping, right? The total profit for all those items so far, tallied up right here, is $307. So the overall liquidation pallet, if you take my profit minus the liquidation pallet so far, is only $167. The total items sold so far, plus if you include the one damaged, which I just ate that cost, it's whatever, it's one, were 47 of those items. And remember, I think it was like 82 total. I think it was 82 total. I don't remember. So brand new new items still sitting in Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. Like I said, I don't really list them on Amazon. I only check here and there by scanning the actual label if you can sell them on Amazon and if there's a marketplace for it and if there's a profit margin there. So there's still 35 items sitting on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay, all ready to sell. Now, they're not all on each marketplace, but a vast majority of them are on all three. The majority of them, I believe all of them are on Poshmark. They should be at least. I believe all of them are on Mercari. They should be at least. And with eBay, I think there might be like 10 to 15 of them on eBay. Some of them I checked the marketplace really fast and saw that there wasn't, like, they never sold before or anything like them had never sold before. So I didn't bother to waste my time listing them because eventually they'll sell on Poshmark and Mercari. Either way, eventually they definitely will sell on Poshmark, but it's just something to keep in mind. So total overall profit after spending it was $167, but I still have 35 of those items ready to sell, and I'm sure they'll sell within the next month or two max, and I'll make that money. So assuming the same average profit, so if we take my profit overall for the items that I sold was $307, 46 of those sales so far, didn't need to do that, 46 of those sales so far equals an average of $6.53 profit per item. So if we assume that I'm still going to sell those remaining 35 for that same average profit for $6.53, that's a grand total of $228 profit still left on the table that I'm open to making. Now, it might be a little bit less, it might be a little bit more. We're not sure. We're just taking the average profit, guys. So what does that actually mean? Well, the total estimated profit for all of it all together, obviously, overall sales minus the liquidation pallet cost of $140 would be $395 overall, which means for a total overall, if I sell everything like that, like I said, it would be $535, which is actually less than when you buy things on bulk. If I open it real fast, and you come into the categories, let's go to like apparel and accessories, which is exactly how I went and sourced it. So you'll see here it says like price and then at original retail price, or what the MSRP is, what it suggests. I believe it was closer to 1,000, so I only sold it for half of that. But I could have sold it more if I wanted to wait. I just pushed them fast to make my money. So you can obviously wait on products for higher profit margin, or you can push the sales faster. And obviously you can prompt sales on Poshmark, you can prompt sales on Mercari, and you can drop the price when you have likers on eBay or people following your listing on eBay to prompt sales as well. You don't have to do that if you want to wait for a higher profit margin, but I just like to flip them fast. So like I said, the total estimated profit if I sell for all those is $395. So what does that mean? I spend $140 on the liquidation pallet to my door. I turn that into $535 after sales, hence the $395 overall profit, right? So that means that is a 282%, roughly 282.14% return on that initial investment of $140. So that is a ridiculously high return on your investment. I've been investing in the stock market lately, and while it's been going up slowly a little bit and it's slightly passive, it's not slightly, it's definitely passive, obviously. It could go up or down. This is not a passive return on your investment. You have to order it to your house, which obviously takes like no work, but then you do have to package it back up. Pictures are a big part of it. You got to take good pictures, so you don't need a high quality camera or anything like that, but you do need to have lights in the right place. You don't need like professional lighting. You just need to get a good lit picture that's staged right. You got to take good pictures. The pictures are 90% of what sells the listing. And then obviously, list other things in your listing, but like I said, the pictures are crucial, guys. If you have good pictures, your stuff's going to sell